This playthrough is rated M for mature.
We couldn't get a cure for a woman trapped in a girl's body. Perhaps we can get a cure for an old man, though, in his quest? Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Shadowrun Hong Kong. In the last episode, we did a side quest for Jomo to help his family. Ended up working for a little girl to find out that she was actually a woman who'd been part of Leonization and basically turned super young, but she was going to die via, the hacking or genetics and stuff like that. So, well, let's see if maybe she survives or not. But we got some work to do. So before we do that, let's check with the people we brought on the team and see if they have anything to say. I don't think there's anything. Yeah, they got the recap. No BBS, I don't believe. Oh no, here's a few. I forgot in this game if it's immediate afterward or if I have to do a couple to get the BBS stuff to unlock. So. Alright, Decker still looking for a team. Oh, is this a continuation from the last game? Experienced Decker still looking for a team to run with, potential for a long-term arrangement and getting by on solo work, but I can't take on most jobs with that team. Seriously, anyone will do. Requirements: you must not take experimental drugs during run. You must not tamper with chemicals in secret labs. You must know how to properly operate a moped. You must listen to your Decker when your Decker says, I don't have control of that turret yet. 5. You must have a good sense of humor. Optional. Hey, I'm with a group that could really use a Decker. My buddies are a street Sam and a weapons specialist, and I'm a chamois, follower of Dog. Also, we're new to shadow running, so we'd be grateful for your expertise and connections. When you say you're new, how new? We know what it's like to be on the streets, pulling small heists, smashing and grabbing, surviving. We're used to steering clear of triad thugs operating under their radar, and we're from the walled city. See? You're from the walled city? As in you lived there until the riots? That was a really unlucky place for a long time. I'm just not sure. Come on, SG, you think we might be unlucky? We're green, but we're not idiots. We know about you, about your team, people talk. Well, we're willing to take the chance. We believe that our luck has turned. Maybe our bad luck streak is broken too. Only one way to find out. Fine, I shouldn't be superstitious. We'll just find the right milk run to start with. You did review my list of requirements above, right? Oh yeah, this is going to be a blast. Yeah, we'll see how that works. Push pins. Hey all, I'm really freaked out. I live alone in more or less my own custom-built panic room, really secure. Everything was normal when I went to bed last night, but this morning I found a threatening message on my bulletin board. What kind of message? It was some kind of weird poem, and it was written out in pushpins. It said, Shadowrunning FNK, I know what you did last night. Have a nice day. Jay. So, what the hell? I'd say you pissed someone off, mate. There's gotta be a simple explanation. Who's got it for you? I'm curious who Jay could be. Mr. J! But what I really want to know is, what did you do last night? Well, isn't that a movie or something like that? Or, no, that's what you did last summer. Never mind. I was on a run, man. Nothing special. Can't talk about it, you know. Ah, contraire, pinky swear. It's key to the mystery. Who'd you hit? Any megacorp can punch through your flimsy personal security system like a drunk orc with a cyber fist opening birthday presents? What corporate names begin with J? Genraku? Jazz Technology? Oh yeah, JRJ International? You're an idiot, Crumpeteer. No corporation's gonna track down a runner just to leave a nasty message in pushpins. No, this is a dark and highly personal vendetta. Who knows? Police records. HKPF got me. Was getting booked in Sim Sha Si, Sue, when crazy shit went down. Massive hack, all records corrupted. Partner managed to toss a flashbang, so we're bouncing. But I clutched the Matrix connection to see what was happening before backup restored. Sending, and we're out. Fast thinking, Mr. P. Let's have a look, shall we? What the? Who did this? All the profiles read like this. Newbie Eva Young was blamed for central bank thefts, trained by informants. Wait, that's me! This is the truth. I got set up, but no idea how. But the pigs had everything. My face on video feed, fingerprints, trace. I've had to stick to the shadows inside the shadows to keep out of lockup. No, I even know who sold me out now. Or sold me now. But I resent being called newbie. Hit the mark then, huh? These files are going to make for some interesting reading material. Huh. And finally, Icy Sasha Vladivostok adventure. My special friend, Icy Sasha, has concocted some flaky do-get-rich-quick scheme in Vladivostok. Don't be stingy. Pull out that cred stick and back Sasha Pay My Way campaign. Help fund this thing and we can get him out of HK for good. Geez, Panda Tax, that's not exactly a ring endorsement. You do actually support Sasha, right? Sasha's my ex. Right, okay, I guess I'm pitching in. Thanks, Panda Attack. We can't undo the past, but we can get me out of your life forever. You do have a way with words. Oof. Alright. Well, that was an interesting thing. Oh yeah, no payday. I don't know why I clicked that. There will be a payday in this next mission if you want. You don't have to, but hey, why not? Alright, let's talk to Ractor since we brought him on the mission. As you make your way to Ractor's machine shop, you find him staring at a display mounted over his workbench. The screen is crammed to overflowing with blueprints, schematics, and technical readouts. After a long pause, he turns away from the display and faces you, a satisfied expression on his face. Ah, hello again, my friend. Is there something I can do for you? Did I catch you in the middle of something? Nothing I cannot step away from. I was just doing a little design work, toying with a few novel concepts. He runs a hand through his hair. I've always found immersing myself in productive work to be the best cure for restless mind. Oh, what was that name of the movie? No product for a crazy mind, restless mind, something like that? I don't know. I'm just making stuff up here. What'd you think of that last run? I won't lie to you, my friend. That lily-like expression tried my patience. I am not a babysitter, and being forced to endure, indeed, to protect a loudmouth brat set my teeth on edge. He examines his fingernails. In truth, I'm rather proud that I was able to restrain Crochet from silencing her permanently. I hope that was a joke, Ractor. Would you be surprised if it wasn't? You already know that I am incapable of feeling remorse. He shrugs. When Crochet rips men to shreds on the job, I feel nothing save for the warm satisfaction of a job well done. I can't imagine that silencing Lily Lay would have felt any different. The drone stands statue still, motionless save for the ceaseless weaving of its pedipalps. The red glow from its visual sensors pulses as it focuses on you. That said, for the record, I have not harmed any children to date. There are some lines that no civilized man should not cross, regardless of the state of his conscience. But you're a psychopath. You wouldn't care. That's the point. You don't have those inhibitions. I'm glad that we're on the same page then. Fear not, my friend. You have nothing to worry about from me. Considering how things worked out, though, it might have been better for Miss Lai if I had taken her life. It certainly would have been cleaner. For Miss Lai's sake, I hope that your decision to kill everybody pays off in the long run somehow. Yes, she will almost certainly die a slow, agonizing death without the help of specialized care, but there are no guarantees in life. She could miraculously recover, a spontaneously remission, perhaps. In the sixth world, anything is possible. Now, do you have any other questions, or shall I return to my work? Have you been doing any more design work on Crochet recently? As a matter of fact, I have. Nothing that'll be fabricated anytime soon, mind you. Basically, not appearing in this game. But I've been exploring a recent obsession, trying to hammer it into something useful. His lips curl in a rueful smile. The concept is somewhat, how you put it, avant-garde, perhaps? But with time, I've hoped to put it to the test. Why so cryptic? What is the recent obsession of yours? Perhaps it would be best if I showed you. Just a moment, I'll clear away the clutter so you can see for yourself. He turns to his terminal and rattles off a series of commands, and the windows that crowd the display disappear. You're left with a perspective view of something that looks like a cross between a scorpion's leg and the jawbone of a large carnivore. The entire assembly bristles with jagged, tooth-like protrusions. Our encounter with the Yamakings was a revelatory experience for me. To see such a being up close, to watch how it moved with my own eyes, to observe the crenellations of its flesh and the sculpted ivory of its crowns. He spreads his hands. I was, for lack of better words, inspired. I suppose I can't blame you. Kuan Ya inspired a lot of people. You're speaking of the nightmares, of course. He taps a fresh cigarette out of the back of his pocket, lights it, and hangs it from his lower lips. I suspect that Queen with 1,000 teeth left an indelible mark on all of us. He turns back to his terminal and stabs a key with a finger. The window containing the model leg disappears. At any rate, I'm still a long way off from fabricating anything usable. Emulating the physiology of a creature that should not exist has proven to be quite the design challenge. It is, however, a wonderful way to kill time between jobs, and who knows, against all odds, this work might one day bear fruit. Only time will tell. Gotta run later. What an interesting guy, working with a psychopath. See if Gaichu has any dialogue. I mean, obviously the other didn't take him on the run, but still. Hello again. Is there anything else I can assist you with? Once Crate has been handled, what do you think you'll do? This is a subject I have been considering. I enjoy working with this team, and I think that life in the shadows is my fate. But still, Gaichu bobs his head, lost in thought. I have been considering a vacation. Wait, what? Learn to surf, snorkel, drink things with tiny umbrellas?
I don't see why I should not be entitled to a tiny umbrella now and again, though the drink would have to be water, tea, or something similar. Alcohol and my condition do not get along very well. Wouldn't prune you or something. And I'm very accomplished diver. Red samurai training, you understand. I have been considering Bali, warm weather, a society very tolerant of awakened creatures, and a healthy respect and fear for Layak, which are not unlike ghouls. I would not mind exploring a jungle island, driving in the coral reefs, and generally trying to avoid having my head hunted for a bounty.
He smiles and sighs heavily. Doesn't sound too bad at a time when you put it like that.
No, I should think not.
Gaichu claps you on the shoulder, smiling.
Perhaps you will have to come with me. Together we can explore the water around Pendang Bai.
Or Bali, sorry.
Bali has become quite a travel point for mystics, enlightenment seekers, and others interested in the awakened side of the sixth world. This is why ghouls are safe there, relatively speaking. We are considered to be part of the natural order, rather than vermin.
Gaichu grins mischievously.
And should anyone cross me, I will simply shout that I am a servant of the Queen Rangga, and I will keep them safe from her wrath if they venerate me. After all, I do wear her colors of red, black, and white. Who would risk the wrath of a demon of death, eh?
The only reason I know who Rangda is because of Persona. What do you think of the last run?
There's little for me to say. I was not there. Everything I know of what happened is secondhand information.
But yeah, okay. So yeah, he's thinking about basically doing those silly sequels that people say with a movie. Like, what was it for Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice goes to Hawaii or some really stupid sequel name like that. Oh yeah, I forgot to grab my money for the payment for the job. Almost forgot to do that. Claim payment for extracting Lily and Lie. You submit the job is finished. Await the response. A few minutes later, a message pops onto the screen from Lily and Lie. Wiggles.
I've attached your fee. Thanks again for what you did. I know things didn't go quite as planned. I'm impressed you stuck it out. I don't really know where I'm going next. Maybe I'll try somewhere in Europe or the UCS. Get a fresh pair of eyes on my condition. Still, anything's better than being kept a prisoner in your own house.
But yeah, we'll see. She'll probably. I mean, it's Shadowrun, so she's probably dead. Anywho. Alright. Let's see, don't need to search there. Oh yeah, I'll need to buy another dock wagon because I used one on a whoops. No. I'll leave it for now. Let's see. Oh, let me take off that. Yeah, let me put a dock wagon on there, so yeah, I had to use that on Isabel because I messed up on her. I shouldn't have auto-hacked that one thing just because I didn't want to do the minigame. So, and I still had to do a minigame anyway.
Need something?
Hey Duncan, have you noticed all the bird crap in the big Texas? What gives?
Don't know. I haven't seen any.
His lips part and he snaps his fingers.
Actually, hey, now that I mention it, I might have heard a bird.
He nods thoughtfully.
Yeah, that's right. I thought maybe it was just a rat scratching around inside the walls, but it didn't really sound like one. Little fucker kept me up a couple of nights ago.
Does it count as an infestation if there's only one?
If it's keeping me awake, then fuck yes it does. It needs to die.
Right, so what's the plan?
Plan?
His eyes scour the room as he considers your question.
Maybe I can lure it out somehow.
As long as you don't wake it up in the middle of the night to you calling, here, birdie, birdie, birdie. Even with his eyes covered, you can feel his eyes narrowing.
Haha, not a chance. I've got a feeling that this whole plan is going to wind up being a real pain.
He looks around and shakes his head.
Jesus, this place. Can't wait to get out of here.
What'd you think of the last run?
Either the one we're stuck here in the big Texas?
He rose his chin contemplatively.
Yeah, I remember that. Boring as shit. Anything else?
No. See you later. Alright. See how Isabel's doing. Hey, baby. No. Stale metallic air fills Isabel's cabin. The round windows that usually cracked is shut tight, and it feels like the temperature in the room is raised somewhat, maybe due to the lack of ventilation. Isabel is on her knees, hunched over her cyber deck, typing vigorously. Alright. You can see sweat beading on her forehead. She looks exhausted. She pauses and sits up for a moment.
4:19 a.m. 1 nano drive.
You okay there, Isabel? Isabel turns towards you. A pair of tired eyes meet your gaze. Her shoulders look stiff as if she's been hunched over for a while, and a single red cable protrudes from the dark mass of her hair. She repeats herself, 1 nano drive. She leans back down and continues to clock away on her deck. 4:48 a.m. 1 splitter. 5:33 a.m. Small double-ended cable bundle. Her voice suddenly turns angry as her fingers jam the keyboard. And my favorite hairband! She suddenly lurches upright, looks at you, her brow furrowed, and proceeds to stare in silence. What's this about a hairband? Her lips pucker as she studies your face. That damn bird, it took my favorite hairband. I've never seen you this frazzled before. It's a little upsetting. The decker moans, clearly irritated. She closes her eyes and rubs her temples. For a few weeks now, my things have been disappearing. I didn't notice it at first because they were small objects, mostly food wrappers, but once my hairband went missing, I started looking around and realized that quite a few of my small possessions were gone. I've never seen you wear a hairband. She shoots a sassy, narrow-eyed look. You wouldn't have, because it's missing. And last night I finally saw the culprit, a damned bulbul. I was jetted to the Matrix doing some routine tests when something came through my window. I watched it land on the wooden floor. I'd hop around like it was searching for someone. Her eyes go wide and she stares ahead. It was the bulbul. It was looking for me. But I was in the Matrix. My body was right here. She pats the floor near her computer. The stupid thing stared at me until it knew I wasn't awake, then rifled through my stuff and started carrying things away. She motions to her cyberdeck. It came back 4 times in 2 hours. I'm accessing my Matrix logs here to confirm the times. Shit, I needed that splitter too. What are you gonna do about it? I need to figure out where the bulbo is stashing what it's stealing. I need to get my things back. If anyone with any kind of technical savvy finds them before I do, I have no doubt they'll end up on the black market. Stupid bird doesn't know what it's sitting on a fortune in custom bots. Isabel wearily runs a hand through her hair. Her fingers stumble across the red cable and she plucks it out with a look of mild disgust. She sighs. Alright, I've got to correct down on this. We go, so if you need something from me, tell me what it is now. What do you think about the last run? I admit when we found Lily, I thought we'd been headed a high-paying babysitting job. She proved to be more capable and also more sneaky than I expected. She chuckles. And then some. The snark was on full display when she refused to side with either Fuchi or Yamatsu. She decided to put the power in her own hands, and I respect that. It'd be a shame if someone with that kind of investment in life died. Maybe she won't. Maybe. Hey, people die all the time in real life, no matter what their personalities are, because that's just how it is. No more questions. See you later. Yeah, many stories occurring. Apparently, birds messing with our companions, or at least on top anyway. Not so much Ractor and Gaichu, but Gobbet raises an eyebrow. Another day of paradise, eh, killer? Seriously though, we should get on that run for Key and Lamb. The sooner we hit that police station, the sooner we can watch Crate's messy public downfall. I'm not usually one of the spectator sports, but this is one that I want a front row seat for. Don't worry, Gobbet. We'll hit the station soon enough. Good. So what's up with you? After we kill Crate, what's next for you? Got any big plans? She shrugs. Not really. I'm happy where I'm at. Even Auntie Cheng has got nicer since the whole walled city thing. What about you? Think I'm doing something different when this is all over? Yeah, actually, I've been running the shadows for a while now. Maybe it's time for a change. You ask me, that'd be a mistake. I mean, you're really good at what you do. Also, if you bailed on us, you'd miss out on my impossibly charming company. She shakes her head, a solemn expression on her face. You don't want that, killer. It wouldn't be good for you. I don't know if that's a threat or a promise, but that'd be hard to miss out on Gobbet. Too bad this game. Too bad none of the Shadowrun games didn't have any romance options. Not that it needs it, but I thought it would have been an interesting choice to have an option for that. But yeah, not a big deal. Won't break. I've played plenty of games with that before. It's just usually with RPGs you usually have an expectation because of how large those games are. So usually it's one of those you can throw in multiple different facets, whether it be a story, optional romances, stuff like that. But like I said, not a big deal. Of course, even if you were to scurry off somewhere, I'd keep tabs on you. It's what friends do. I'd prefer if you stayed, though. You're the only person on this boat who's brave enough to eat my cooking. What do you think about the last run? That Lily Eye was a precocious little scamp, wasn't she? All piss and vinegar, that one. I mean, she was older than both of us put together, and the bratty kid thing was just an act. But she had me going for a while there. Killing everybody and leaving Lily to figure things out for herself was a novel solution, I'll give you that.
But, who knows? Maybe she'll do better on her own. In her shoes, that's what I would have wanted. I'll tell you that much. And we got paid a lot, so it was a happy ending for anyone except for all the people that we killed. Anyway, let's talk about something else. Got any more questions for me? If so, go ahead. I'm all ears.
Nah, I gotta run. Okay, so no birds messing with Gobbet, but... Yeah, and she wants us to stay. Who knows? Maybe we'll stay, maybe we won't. We'll see how things go, though. Alright, that's it for talking to everyone. If you want to buy any extra gear for everyone, go ahead. I don't think anyone else in the yard has anything to say, but we'll do a quick go-around, see if extra dialogue from them. Leolon taps at the butt of her cigar. The ash caught in the sea breeze disappeared behind her in a whirl of wind. The breeze lulls briefly, then abruptly changes directions, causing the tip of her cigarette to glow angrily in response. Takes some getting used to. The weather of the docks or working with the Shadowrunner? Both. She takes a long drag on her cigarette, her eyes trained on yours. Neither. I worked in an office before this, a desk in a place that we call cubicle row. You know what I'm talking about. Hundreds of little boxes, all covered in paperwork. Mine had a perfect view of the corner office. The windows were shuttered most of the time. I'm not used to seeing open skies and smelling unrefined air. She sweeps her wind-tossed bangs around her, behind her ear, cigarette smoke billowing across her face with emotion. The criminals that I worked with were all names on the documents. Rarely did I have to interact with them in person. I'm just trying to adjust, that's all. Welcome to the real world. I suggest that you adjust quickly. The criminals out there will give you more to worry about than paper cuts. I plan on it. Someone has to keep you in your place. She flashed at you a wry grin. Enough about me. What is it you want, Renner? I have to go. Back to it. Alright. So you had something new, so. Alright, let's see if anyone else has anything extra to say before we take Jomo out on his next quest. Puis stands off to the side, his eyes fixed on the PDA in his hands. He doesn't appear to have noticed you. You see his mouth part and the muscles in the back tense as he takes a deep breath, then slowly releases it. Runner, what is it this time? Seems like word got around when the Shadowrunners... Seems like word gets around when the Shadowrunner's in the yard. If it does, then I must not be very popular. I have to rely on old habits to know when you're around. He motions to your feet, his eyes still fixed on his PDA. Heard your footsteps. You can tell a lot about a person by the sound of their footfall, their weight, their height, if they're carrying something heavy, if they're struggling to stay upright, if they got cyber limbs, if they're angry, scared, or happy. I don't know about that last part. The sound of your feet reveals a lot. I simply took note of your stride when we first met. Now I always know when you're coming. He shrugs and then switches PDA display screen off. He looks at you. Just a little something I picked up on the streets. But I'm sure you're here with other business. Name it. I have to go. Yeah, it's like the whole conversation. Go on then. The whole conversation that's just like, oh yeah, I don't actually have anything to say for you. Goodbye now. Okay. See. Trying to remember if there's anyone else to talk to. I don't. Clear the yard. Clear the yard. Alright, how about you, Quartermaster? Got any extra dialogue? Oops. Back for more. Let's see. Back for more gear. If you got a scratch, I can hook you up. How'd you get involved with the task force? He shrugs. Got assigned to it, the way that most of the constables here were. Believe it or not, this wasn't a volunteer assignment for most of us. When the Executive Council hands you an edict, you follow it. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Sergeant. He chuckles. Don't really think there's much to say. Been on the force for 22 years now, and I've been loaning out gear for most of it. Got a wife back home, a couple kids, that's about it. Okay, never mind. Never mind. He's repeating himself. I thought he had different dialogue. Fair enough. Okay. Let's back out of that. Oh, let's see. Do I have anything for spells right now? Yeah, I'll hold off. I usually don't buy stuff till like the final mission. At least on the normal difficulty anyway, so. Yeah, I guess his dialogue reset by accident. That happens a lot in this game, I've noticed. Let's see. Now we don't really need any of that. Might save my money for some platinum docks or whatever later, but okay, let's start Jomo on his next job. Let's see. So we want to go to the Shiwas, a visit to the Underwater Research Lab. Okay, for this one, let's bring in the regular crew. So, Duncan for his magnetic throwing arm, Isabel for decking, and Gobbet for just basic assist stuff. You could bring Ractor. There's a choice there for drone control. However, if you have Isabel, you can just hack it as well. No real unique dialogue for Gaichu than the standard stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, you can actually hire the deckers from the previous, or from the main game here. The extra ones, Eos, Brent, XVO, Kuluminati, and El Duce, or El Deuce. But, yeah, no point. Your main characters are fine. Like I said, there was never really any incentive to hire extra runners, because if you're looking for story reasons anyway, then you always want to hire the main characters, because the hired characters that you bring don't really have much to say. So, I don't even think any of them actually have anything to say. It's been forever since I've actually done runs where you actually hire Shadowrunners. Namazu. The trip to Lee's Lone's mini-sub is uneventful as it transits to the area near Hong Kong where Shiwas has built their research laboratory. The sub descends swiftly, and you're kept company by the hissing of the oxygen scrubbers and the occasional ping of active sonar striking your hull. As you near the coordinates for the lab, Joma begins switching off all but the most essential of systems. After a few minutes, brighter light filters through the portholes as you ascend into a moon pool, and there's a dull thud as the facility's clamp closes around the sub to lift it free. Alright, I don't think there's anything I want to... I guess for Duncan, we could put the shot glove on him. Let's see, I already equipped myself with the... Yeah, trauma kit, everything like that, so... Yeah, I guess we're good. Oh yeah, and I think this mission has the weapon I was talking about, where you can give it to Isabel to give her a slightly better pistol. Oh yeah, I forgot I have a lot of karma left. This mission, there's not any specific skill that you need to get through this place. So, spend karma on whatever you want. The submarine bay smells like a hospital, antiseptic and sterile despite the presence of seawater. The sharp scent of rubbing alcohol intermingles with the metallic bite of stainless steel, dominating your sense of smell and drowning out everything else. The floor vibrates faintly under your feet, a soft electrical buzz, like emanating from the electronics packed behind the facility walls. You can hear the hum all around you, like the droning sound of 1,000 tiny wings. Let's see. I think I like it here. Hope I don't tear this place apart. You asked Joe. I have to get my accent going there. You asked Joe while he delivered. Welcome to Shiwa's foremost bioengineering labs. Great location. I'll lock the doors once you leave this room to keep uninvited guests away from our sub. This bay isn't on the same level as the labs, but there should be an elevator that you can take deeper into this sea hive. Some trams too, according to the blueprints. Go and do your job. I'll keep the sub prepped and ready for your return. But places like this, they make me uncomfortable. Too damn clean. Try not to keep Jomo waiting too long. The germ warfare lab is what we need to find. Should be pretty straight shot from here to there. Oh, Miggles, places like this aren't known for forgiving attitudes about the security staff. The guards are probably trained to shoot on sight, so we should plan on shooting them first. Well, we all know what to do. Let's get to it. So yeah, we had to fight things in here. This is one of those times where you can't really talk your way out of this whole situation, so. At least the game informs you that combat is going to be required for this area, so. I will take that. Alright, let's head up. Now, as soon as we run into the required encounter, like in here, as you can see with the ley lines, the ley lines belay your feelings. So you got a couple of scientists in there. Isabel hisses under her breath, grabbing your arm. Shit, gods, look, over there. There's no way we're getting past them without a fight. At least they don't seem to have seen us yet. Poor fools won't know what hit them. Alright, let's see. We got a guard there, so let's hit ourselves into combat mode. So we can get the drop on them first, so. Let's see. Just trying to. Oh, you got a drone there and a mage. Where's the, I guess I have to enter the room to actually. Let's see. Don't see the rigger. Do we want to go in, yeah, let's go and haste you. Oh, there's the other drone there, too. just trying to think of what a... Oh, there's the... Oh. How come you didn't appear? I guess because when I moved in onto this screen or whatever. Yeah, let's stand in the symbol there. Okay. Let's see. Do I want to hit you with the lightning? Yeah. 86%! And I missed! Oh, I hate it. Man, if this is the GOG theme, isn't it? Just like last episode. Oh, that pees me off so badly. I hate it. Let's see. Isabel. Well, at least I can hit a grenade on you just because of you're not gonna throw it back at me, so. Up, I killed a random scientist. Ow. Ah! Jesus, what I get for standing out in the middle of nowhere. Holy crap. Alright, let's life siphon you. That way I'll heal myself. And then I can just oh, that's right, I lost that AP because of the them hitting me, so. Oh no, that would hit let's see. Yeah, I probably should take out the mage, so. Well, let's hit you with the aim. Heal you. Oh, I can't. Ah, I hate that. I'm gonna have to hit you then with the pistol if I can. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just finish you off since you're right there. Yeah, you scientists can run away, I guess. Let's see. And heal ourselves. Lightning ball, fireball. Can you see him? Yep. Let's reload. And then hit him with the auto fire again. I just like hitting them with auto fire. Alright. Yeah, I'm hitting with 70%, but I can't hit with 87% or whatever. Anyway. Now let's check some stuff here. The table displays circuitry diagrams for some kind of neural cyberware. Alright. Shut these windows. The thick bullet resistance plexiglass forms the laboratory wall. Shut this computer. A large computer system, most likely used for advanced software programming. See if anything in here. Okay, before we open the door, of course. Okay. Let's check the computer. This terminal has been left unlocked and is currently logged into Junior Lab Technician user account. Undersea Research Laboratory, Namazu, Gamma 4 Annex, Neural Engineering Studio, Mail Server Archive, Admin 1, Combat Persona Progress, Admin 2, Deep Cover Operatives. Select the first one. Chang, how are we coming up with the next revision of the Reaper Persona fixed chips? Yamada says that the cyberware suite adjustments have been made, and I'm anxious to get them into the preliminary testing before the month is out. If anything's blocking you, let me know. I'll get you what you need right away. Jane Nagai, Senior Researcher. Everything is on schedule. We had to take some of the sleep cycle subroutines out and revise them in simulation. They were adversely affecting non-piniferin production, and our subjects weren't generating the hostility levels that we were looking for. We should have the new chips ready in the next few days. After that, we can run a few subjects in live tests. Do you have a preferred locale in mind? Dr. Chang, Neural Engineering Team Lead. I'll have to check with the transport division, but I'm guessing that the Sham Shui Po is our best bet. Any tests that we conduct will get written off in the kind of random violence that endemic among the sinless population here. We don't want the authorities, or heaven forbid, another megacorps taking an interest in the tests we're running. Interesting. Second message. So you're dealing with sinless. Well, why not, right? They're sinless, so they're basically not citizens anymore, so you can do whatever you want to them. I have a progress update for our Project Silver Dream. Subjects that are already out of the field, Dr. Nagai. Subjects 108, 337, 72, and 210 have all been inserted into their new lives and have been making regular check-ins via the assigned matrix drops. Details as follows. Subject 108's new identity is a motor pool mechanic with Komatsu Ltd., specifically their Korean mining operations branch. 108's exposure to sensitive data is limited, but he's provided us with a great deal of insider information about Komatsu's logistics and supply chains, as well as their prospective future mining expansions. Subject 337 is an executive assistant to a middle manager at a crash cart medical services. She's providing us with a wealth of recorded meeting data, and we're learning a lot about weak links in crash cart's management chain. 72 has been hired as a software engineer for Transy Neuronet Asia. He's initiated a data siphon, albeit a slow one. Reports indicate that our deeper programming has encouraged him to earn the trust of his new coworkers before stepping up the rate of data transfer. Lastly, 210 is working in the security division of Yakushima's Shanghai offices. As a Reaper chip recipient, we have the ability to trigger his kill protocol at any time. Let me know if and when you want to test that out. Given his nature of his job duties, it should prove to be a very effective test. Dr. Chang. Oof. Yeah, it looks like they're kind of implanting them with these basic like setups where they can basically give them all this stuff. They're basically making spies without the people realizing what they're doing, and the ability to just kill them on sight. And it reminds me of the Suicide Squad. That's fucked up. They're doing some kind of chip-based mind control down here, making sleeper agents, turning people into puppets. All the more reason to get this done quickly and get the hell out of here. Yeah. Alright. Well, looks like whatever these people are doing, it's not good. Although, it's funny how we say when things aren't good when we're doing the things we're doing. But still, we're doing it all for a paycheck. They're doing it because they're just greedy. But what awaits us inside of here? What other nasty experiments will we get into? Will we make some unknown allies in this place? And will we escape with our sub intact? Find out next time in the next episode of Shadowrun Hong Kong. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.